Here's a demonstration of the X-Frame banner system. So once you take everything out of the box, you'll have three components. Pressing this center button allows the legs to stretch apart. And so generally you'll want to spread them somewhere around 3 feet or so. These components slide in here, and this is what will support the top. Now you'll see that there's a hook on here that will hook to the top of the banner. Slide that one, slide this one, and loosening these nuts will allow you to slide this rod. And so if you start with them all the way down, when you do tighten these up, you don't need to go real tight. They hold quite well. So keep these down, set it up, the back kickstand at probably a fairly safe angle now. We'll adjust that later. And when the banners are rolled up properly, we can hook them on the top and we can roll them down. So once it's rolled down, we'll then start to lift up on these rods and extend them. As long as we just get it brought up a little bit, we'll get the bottom of the banner off the floor. And then we can hook the bottom if you don't have it high enough so that you can easily hook it on, just lift them up a little bit more. Now, once you have the bottom hooked, as so, you'll actually want to come to the back here, and these rods are quite flexible for a reason, to really hold it tight. And so you loosen up the nut just slightly on both sides. You can do one at a time, but you can actually go pretty snug until this actually starts to bend, to really stretch and get that banner nice and tight and straight. And we'll do the other side as well. And as you can see, let's pull it nice and straight at this point. And so you can really, like I said, put a lot of stress into those things to really hold it tight. And if you find that the bottom of the banner is not tight and flat, you may have to make your legs a little bit wider by pushing that button. Now, here's the kickstand in the back. And once you get it set up, you'll be able to kind of feel for kind of where the balance point is. And we want these to be as kind of as vertical as possible, but not tip over. And so once we kind of get that set, tighten up the nut, the other banner will be set up to stand right here. And so it'll be tight alongside this one. And so you'll actually have a larger size banner with two separate pieces. So if you got any questions, let me know. And here's a tip on taking the banners down. And so the easiest is to loosen this kickstand and give yourself a little more angle to work with. Loosen up these nuts just slightly and just let the banner come down just till it's kind of loose. Don't take it all the way down. We want to make sure that the banners, A, don't get dirty, and B, once they land on the floor, they can end up folding, and then we get creases and corners, and that doesn't look good. And so you always want to start from the top when we roll it up. That way next time we can simply roll it down. And so unhooking it on the bottom, And then to dismantle, they simply slide out. And before you put it back in the carrying case, we'll have to just loosen those up, slide them together. You can tighten them just slightly. Again, they don't have to be very tight. Again, push the button to fold the legs in, loosen up the jam nut on the back, and then it's slid into the pouch. The banner will also go in this carrying case, but be very careful as to where the banner is when this is in there. We just want to make sure that the corner of the banners don't get wrinkled by being maybe stuck underneath something like this. So we just want to make sure that it's off to the side in the corner in this pouch. Have a good conference.